So today we're going to make Nürnberger Bratwurst, which I think of as a Christmas sausage, but in reality, Germans eat it all year long. The reason I think of it as a Christmas sausage is, first of all, my experience with it. My family created the first Christkindlmarkt in Utah when I was probably 12. I just remember my grandma bringing me this bun, this Brötchen, with 2 Nürnberger Bratwurst in it, and the taste and the smell is just incredible, along with the atmosphere. So that's kind of why I think of this as a Christmas sausage, along with the fact that it's got cloves and nutmeg in it, which gives it a kind of Christmassy vibe. The first thing we need to do is measure out the ingredients. Salt, a lot of marjoram, black and white pepper. I freshly ground mine. You don't have to do that. You can get them just pre-ground and that's fine. The grinding process did take forever and my arms were like sore afterwards. This recipe takes a lot of pepper. Next, we need to grate some nutmeg. You can also use the pre-grated stuff, that's fine, but I grate my own. The next 2 ingredients are allspice and cloves. Now, if you have a mortar and pestle, awesome, please use it. I don't, so I just use this cup and a cutting board to crush and grind it up. Once you have the spices all together, just mix it up and we can move on to the meat. I use this beautiful piece of pork collar. The traditional recipe uses a leaner meat such as the thigh and then bacon as well. But I really like the way this pork collar kind of had the bacon already on it basically. So I just got that, I had 1 piece of meat, I peeled off the skin, chopped it up, and then coated it in spices. The next step is to put the meat in the freezer. It'll firm up the meat and make the grinding process much easier. While that's in the freezer, you can get out your casings and get those soaking. We started out grinding the meat in this old electric grinder we have, but unfortunately it bit the dust. So we had to go out and grab a hand grinder, which was much quieter, and it honestly didn't take any longer. I think it may have even been faster. Probably my least favorite part of this process is putting the sausage casings onto the nozzle. It's kind of a pain and just takes a while. The final step before stuffing the sausages is to just give the ground pork a good mix. It'll make the taste more homogeneous and also the texture will be much better. Skipping this step will make your sausages much more prone to falling apart and the texture just will not be as good. Stuffing the sausages is actually really simple. You just regulate how quickly it comes out and make sure it's not too tight in the casing or else you won't be able to twist it into sausages later. The best technique I know for twisting sausages is this. You choose about how long your sausage needs to be and pinch on both ends and give the whole thing a little twist. Then we bagged everything up and put it in the freezer. And then finally, it was my favorite part of sausage making, where you get to fry up all the little extra bits and some sausages and have that for dinner. But the real treat for me was the next day when I made the exact same thing that we sold at the Christkindlmarkt all those years ago. So I made these rolls and I fried up the sausages and some sauerkraut and put the mustard on the buns, and it really just turned out amazing. Unfortunately, I can't get the same sauerkraut that you would get in Germany, but this turned out all right, and I'm really happy with the results. If you like this video, please subscribe.